those initial moments of confusion when you have not been getting up early, like super early for a couple of weeks, and getting up at a regular time, and then suddenly the alarm goes off at 5:30 a.m. again. Mm. Oh, I do not feel ready to wake up yet, like at all. Mm. But it's gonna be a bit of a busy day with a lot of things to do, so come spend the day with me. So, my brother-in-law's family started the advent calendar tradition that my sister and he have been very competitive about. So basically, the first person who gets up in the morning gets to open the advent calendar to take out a caramel lolly, a Werther's original. And I haven't really been participating in them, even if I did get up first, because I kind of let them for it. And today I participated for the first time. And I'm up first, so I get the first lolly. And I don't think they're expecting that, so I'm waiting for my sister to wake up and open the advent calendar, and it's gone. But I do have consolation prize. We went to the markets yesterday, and there was a lot of delicious food, or way too much food. And even though we shared some stuff so that we could eat more things and try more food, because if you share a bunch of meals, you can taste twice as many meals. Perfect logic, right? We got way too full, we ate way too much. So these special French donuts were put away in a little Tupperware container, and I'm gonna prepare them so I can have half of mine for breakfast, and I'll put her half in another container separate for her so she can just take it with her this morning to work. So consolation prize, win-win. Look how oily they are. They're completely transparent. It reminds me of this episode on The Simpsons where Homer's trying to gain an absurd amount of weight, so he only eats things that turn like paper see-through. And I guess this technically makes these donuts obesity makers, but oh well. If you're gonna have a high caloric meal, might as well have it on the morning of a busy day, right? That seems logical. So, I think we just got a little bit squashed in the bag with all the cheese and the sausages and the Firehell Twiggy stick. But they probably still taste amazing, and that is the important thing, so. These will be put up onto the side for her. So now she has something sweet for breakfast on the go. Because she has to go to work stupid early and shouldn't have to miss out, right? But now it's time to make my Christmassy hot chocolate and enjoy some yummy food before we start the day off with some baking. So I have my special Christmas themed hot chocolate with a teeny weeny bit of coffee because like I said, it's going to be a long and busy day with quite a few things to do. So we have Christmas coffee, hot chocolate drink, monstrosity concoction thing. All that extra copper and magnesium in the cocoa powder. The half little donuts. And of course, my everyday banana. And I'm gonna just play some casual phone game before really getting into the day. But first, breakfast. You know how I say it's the most important meal of the day? It's actually not. That's been debunked. As long as like you have the calories you need in the day, that's needed. But I feel like starting the day with good breakfast really kind of puts you up in a better mood for the rest of the day and probably makes you more productive and optimistic and outgoing, and you're more likely to hit all the goals that you hope to get. Bon appetit. So there's only 30 minutes left approximately of the current league competition, which is like the in-game but open globally to everyone competition. You're on different levels. And look, I am number 2 currently. Oops. It's asking me to breed my hamstrings. I am currently number 2 globally. All these people solo. Oh, at the top, which means I can get $2.4 million as a reward if I don't lose my rank position in the next 30 minutes. Ooh. And since the plants are super duper thirsty and I need to water them anyway, it seems like a good time to go outside and play with the puppies who are very patiently waiting just outside the door holding tennis balls. I mean, waking up in the sunshine playing with dogs is probably one of the best ways to wake up after eating sugar-filled donuts, right? Oh, really? Is that what you want? Actually ready this time? Are you actually ready this time? We're gonna do a proper throw this time. You ready, buddy? Oh boy. Hey, boy. Treats? You want some treats? You too? Alright, sit. Some treats. Yeah, nice one. There you go. Who's that good boy? And now, despite already being up for hours, it's time to actually look like a regular human being, jump in the shower, and get ready for the day. Because it's going to be quite a day, and I'm so glad you get to spend part of it with me. But for now, it's definitely shower time. So, boop, boop. Don't you always just feel so much better after a shower? So now we can do a little bit of basic skincare and really get ready to face the day. And look how shiny, shiny, shiny. That Lush body wash, it's called Glitch. If you like lemongrass or like really strong citrusy scents, it's so good. It was like a special for Father's Day, but honestly, I love Snow Fairy. Snow Fairy for Christmas is like my favorite, but that is a very, very close second. It smells amazing. But without further ado, we need to keep getting ready because I still have to finish off some work stuff, clean the kitchen, bake some cookies, prepare packages to mail them, catch an Uber to the train station to get to the closest shopping center because we are kind of out in the middle of nowhere at the moment. and get everything done before going for a personal training session at the gym this afternoon. So it's a bit of a full day today, and I should probably stop wasting time and really start getting started. But we've got face cream. I love this face cream, by the way. If you've never used it, it is so good for sensitive skin. The only downside is this one doesn't have sunscreen in it, but because we're going to be indoors pretty much most of the day, I think it's going to be okay. But this is so good, so nice. I love the Sukin brand. They're all they're meant to be like all natural and stuff. Obviously, the garbage truck has come because the dogs are barking. Like some of my favorites. So freshly showered and moisturized. I'm using this one at the moment because it smells so good. It's Bubble Up Mango. I thought it said Better, but it looks like it says Better, B-E-T-T-E-R. But it's a body butter pot and it smells amazing. So body butter is a little bit heavier than like a daily moisturizer, but it smells really, really, really good. My tripod is sinking. Just steadily sinking down. But yeah, it's super cheap. I got it at like Big W. It smells so good. It's vegan friendly, against animal testing, you know, all that good stuff. But it smells delicious. So you end up smelling like a super fruity dessert the whole day. It is body butter, so it's a little bit heavier than I'd normally like for like a daily moisturizer. But it smelled good and I wanted the smell today. So we're gonna smell like mango. It smells so amazing. And now I'm going to try and tame this hair at least a little bit before doing the other stuff that I'm already like way behind schedule for, because I had the shower and it started off kind of cool and then it got really humid and then the hot shower didn't help, so I needed to take a little break to cool down and of course hydrate. Here is your hydration reminder. So whatever liquid you've got, if it's not water, it doesn't matter as long as it's a liquid, because like even tea and coffee is not that terrible for you. It's got water in it. Hydrate. Get something and have a drink. I'm gonna have a drink too. We can hydrate together. So hydration time, because it is good for your body, it is good for your skin, it is good for your spirit, it is good for everything. Drink your water. But seriously, using like a moisturizer or body butter or lotion, I wish it was something that I started doing a lot more regularly when I was a lot younger, like in my teens, even in my early 20s. I mean, I used body butter like more as a treat, like if you did like a self-care day where you did your hair and your nails and face mask, and then you'd use like a body butter. But I didn't really use moisturizers that often, like especially when I was young, as a teenager or kid. I'm pretty sure I only really used moisturizers like after I got sunburned, and being a redhead, I got sunburned pretty often, but it was very much as like a treatment for looking after damaged skin. And now we know, of course, that you shouldn't use moisturizer all the time. And it's good for your skin, but it wasn't something we grew up, well, it wasn't something I grew up with or got taught by my parents. And I have chronically dry skin. So using moisturizer much more regularly now has made such a huge difference. I use it every day on my face. I use a day one as well as a night one. I use it on my body. Obviously not always butter. Usually I use a lighter sunscreen moisturizer, but seriously, it doesn't matter how old you are. Obviously it would have been better if I did it when I was a teenager or in my early 20s, but it makes a difference. So if you're not doing it already, definitely start moisturizing your skin, because you feel better, you look better, like you don't have any of that icky skin on your arms or your elbows. Everything just feels nice and soft, and you don't get that tight feeling. Like really, I only started moisturizing more regularly as part of like tattoo care when I was a full-grown adult, full-on adult. And the way it makes you feel, honestly, game changer. It is a huge game changer. So it doesn't matter who you are, what stage of life you're in, Never too late to start moisturizing and looking after your skin, because your skin is your biggest organ on your body. And we honestly don't look after it enough, not really. And speaking of looking after ourselves, I'm gonna try and do something with this. I did actually buy something to start doing like nice curls rather than my natural crazy wavy curls. I washed my hair last night. So it is washed hair and clean, and there's nothing in it. And I'm about to put some of this thing in, non-oil soft curl designer, because I have a new thing to try at nighttime with the curls and stuff. But also this is supposed to like have good stuff for your hair in it, and even work as like a sunscreen and a heat protection thing. And I am kind of low on hair care products, so I'm just going to be using this one, which I got from a friend who runs his own salon. So he is a professional hairdresser. He's actually a award-winning hairdresser. He's doing really, really well for himself. And he gifted me a couple of hair care products, and this is one of them. And it is pretty awesome. Doesn't smell that great. It smells chemically. You know how some stuff just smells really nice, like especially like hair stuff or skin stuff that smells good and you want to use it? That's why I've got plenty of this one left, because I don't use it as much because it doesn't smell that great. And I had a different one that he also gave me, which was great for your hair but also your skin, and it smelled amazing. And because it smelled amazing, I went through it and I used it all up a long time ago. But this is actually good for your hair even if it doesn't smell very good. So I'm just gonna put this in and hope that it helps look after my hair with the heat, but also for when I do the curly thing later on, and hopefully it will help less fly away and prevent sun damage, because we're gonna be outside today. So, hey, putting it in the hair. Wow. Boop. But I'm gonna have the moisturizer, have my stuff in my hair, clean the kitchen, because the kitchen needs to get cleaned before I bake. And when everything in the kitchen is drying after it gets cleaned, I will probably just do something with my face, because obviously I don't want to have no makeup on all day. Because yeah, things just look better with makeup. No, maybe not better. I prefer the way I look with makeup. I'm not gonna say that it's like better or worse, because there's really no moral values with it. But I prefer the way that I look with makeup, even though I don't really wear it that often, and that's more a laziness thing. But yeah, we're going to put the stuff in the hair, let it dry and set in, clean the kitchen, do makeup, bake the cookies, prepare the last of the packages, head to Helensvale, send it, do a bit of Christmas stuff, and get all the way back on a train with enough time to walk the 1.5 kilometers to the gym for a PT session. It's a bit of an ambitious day, but I think we can make it work. We can do it. We're gonna be optimistic, and it's gonna work out. Oh, and I just put the laundry in because it's also Shark Week at the moment, and there was like icky stuff that I had to take care of today. So I wasn't gonna do laundry today, but I kind of had to, because nature has a cruel sense of humor. But at least skin's moisturized, hair has the stuff in it, and it will hopefully be a little bit more manageable later today. So let's head off and clean up the kitchen. now that the kitchen is nice and clean, we're ready to bake some cookies. Now I was going to clean the kitchen and then do makeup and then bake the cookies while everything dried up, but the counter dried while I was scrubbing the stove, so it's done. And we're going to be using boards and bowls anyway. Plus I kind of feel like maybe we collectively, not just like me, you, but I feel like we collectively should see women without makeup more often and have like clean and natural faces, because especially if you spend time on social media, it feels like a lot of people don't realize what like actual human beings look like. You know the joke, you know, I like the no makeup look is a look that is full makeup, full heavy makeup, but doesn't have blue eyeshadow or bright red lipstick, so that's a natural no makeup look. Whereas this is genuine no makeup look, because there's absolutely nothing there. So cookies is gonna be barefaced, because I think we should normalize women not wearing makeup all the time a little bit more. We're going to make some cookies. I did actually make cookies earlier, but I was going to send all the packages on Monday, and today is Friday, and I feel like cookies are best when they're as fresh as can possibly be. And like I'm already pushing it by being a Friday. So, you know, weekend, we don't really have postal deliveries on weekends, at least not here in Australia. I don't know if other countries, you know, do weekend deliveries. So we're gonna make fresh cookies so they're nice and fresh for everyone. And they're not gonna be the week-old cookies that I already kind of like half ate. Yes, we're gonna make a few little Christmas cookies. Woo! But first, I feel like hydration again is key. But I also have some stuff in the fridge that I've been wanting to taste and try. Let's do 2 in 1. Wanna try a brand new drink with me? Look what I got. Ooh. So Chow Time is a pretty popular franchise here. I don't know if it's a franchise everywhere, but it's a franchise here for mostly bubble tea. Now, I'm gonna be real with you. I am not the biggest fan of bubble tea. I love the tea, I love the liquid. It's the little tapioca balls that I'm not a big fan of, because no matter what, I know tapioca is super good for you. It is great for your body, but it makes me feel like fish eggs are in my mouth. It just makes me feel like it's fish eggs in my mouth, and I don't really like bubble tea, but I don't think there's any tapioca in this. I should actually maybe have checked the back. I didn't. Let's see. Water, black tea, sugar, creamer, blah, 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 blah. All the stuff in creamer, emulsifying salt, salt, flavor, stabilizers, brown sugar, whole milk, maltodextrin, emulsifiers. I don't know what that is. Thickener, contains milk. No tapioca beads in the ingredients. So that is hugely promising. This is brown sugar milk tea. Now, I'm a huge fan of brown sugar. I like adding it in a lot of my chocolatey desserts. It gives it like that caramel flavor, just that hint of caramel infusion. And especially like in hot chocolate, it works perfectly. And caramelizing things, of course, you want to use your brown sugars. Brown sugar tastes delicious. I am from Central Europe, so we don't usually put milk in our tea. We just drink black tea. So milk and tea is a little bit weird for me. But brown sugar in a sweet tea, I feel like that's gonna be delicious. I definitely do want to try this one. I feel like it's gonna be great. The dogs are just digging through the toys in the toy box, trying to find the right toy. So if you hear lots of weird noises in the background, that's the dog hunting for her favorite toys. She found it, she has good taste. Do you wanna know what one of her favorite toys is? And it's actually, I didn't get her this, and it has zero influence from me. This is just pure coincidence. Is this your toy, Lilith? Yeah, this is your toy? Oh wow, this pony has definitely seen better days. Maybe we should get a replacement, but it's a well-loved pony. Well-loved. Do you love this pony? You love this pony? So of course she's gonna be digging around looking for her favorite toys, knocking all the teddy bears out. And then when I come to video her, she's dropped the toy on the floor and got distracted with finding some dry food that she had previously knocked on the floor. Oh look, she's back, and she's back. I threw it to her, so I obviously started the game and am supposed to commit the pony's waiting to be picked up and thrown again. So, gotta do the duty. You ready? Alright, while she's distracted with trying to demolish what is left of that poor pony. I know it's not Isabel. Isabel's the pony, the unicorn that I really liked in the new My Pillow Pony movie. And I keep thinking Scootaloo, but I know it's not Scootaloo because that's from, previous gen pony. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of the main character in the recent My Little Pony movie. Isabel was perfect, so like, who doesn't love her, right? We'll just be like the orange pony that was the one who wanted to reunite the clans. But anyway, back to the important things because I get distracted way too easily. Brown sugar milk tea. Let's try this while baking cookies for Christmas. I don't know why I was expecting it to be carbonated because I knew, like mentally up there, I knew it wasn't going to be carbonated. But I can just make some carbonated drinks. And oh my goodness, this is delicious. Like I said, brown sugar gives it that caramel flavor. And this definitely has like a caramel flavor. It tastes really good. It's light milk. It's not like thick and heavy creamy milk. So it's not like if you bought like, obviously an iced coffee would be very creamy. This is still a tea. It's light, it's sweet, it's got that caramel flavor. It is delicious. Like, I am not surprised this franchise is blowing up and is super popular because this is honestly so yummy. And the pony is back at my feet. Trying to enjoy her tea, but nope, have to do the pony. Might as well get it out of the way now because I have to wash my hands again. And we will not be able to play with a very dirty old toy while we're baking. So, doing it all now. Just some more of this. So, it's definitely been one of those days where nothing is really quite going to plan. Everything's just going a little teeny weeny bit wrong. And way behind schedule. And now my butter is actually completely melted because I forgot to take it out of the fridge when I was supposed to. And then I thought I'll do a shortcut by putting it outside in the sun. And while I was outside in the sun, I was looking at something that I needed to send for the packages, which I can't find. I don't actually even know if I still have it. I might have gotten rid of it when I was, doing the massive amounts of downsizing over the last 2 years. So I spent too long looking for that, couldn't find it. And then the butter melted absolutely everywhere and all over the chairs. It was dripping down into the grass. Good thing I was outside. And everything just went over the last almost hour. Is it an hour? Yes, over the last hour. So, things are hectic and crazy and nothing's really quite gone as it should. But hey, day is still early. It is only lunchtime and we're gonna try and salvage it as best we can. So hopefully nothing else is gonna go a little bit oopsie doopsie and topsy curvy. Let's bake, because baking always helps make you feel way better, right? We're gonna make some Christmas cookies. The Christmas cookies are going with some of the Christmas cards that I'm sending in packages. I made some earlier, but most of those got eaten. And I'd rather them be as fresh as they can be for the people who they're being sent to. So we're gonna make some nice new fresh ones. I'm sorry, puppy. Can't play with the ball now. I already washed my hands. It's not gonna stop them from trying though, right? Is that gonna stop you from trying though, is it? No. Still gonna try? Sorry, sweetie. We're gonna be baking cookies. Yeah. Maybe if you're good, you can have some. Baking time. So normally I would do like the baking segment in the video, but because it's kind of like really short on time and I need them to cool before I leave so they can be, sent in the mail, I'm just gonna make them fairly quickly and not really do much of a video, but you get like a time-lapse video instead so that I can sort of be done reasonably on time, sort of, kinda. But hey, we're gonna make some Christmas cookies. So first, please excuse the absolute bedlam behind me. Everything is like really chaotic and messy because I was looking for something I thought I had and I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I looked in the stuff, some of the stuff that was in storage, could not find it anywhere. And it got to the stage where you just kind of like toss things and throw things around just looking for where it could possibly be, and chaos. But I'm so late. I was supposed to have left like an hour ago and the dough is only in the freezer right now. So the dough is in the freezer. It will chill for about 10 minutes. I tidied up the kitchen a little bit. I had to wipe down the benches really, really well because we used plain flour and my brother-in-law is severely allergic to all wheat products. So because we use plain flour, everything has to be very, very well cleaned up after that. So I cleaned everything up. I put everything away into the sink, wiped up all the benches, put the dough in the freezer, and my package came. So at least one good thing has happened. One of the Christmas presents I ordered arrived in the mail, so at least I was still here for that. I got the laundry into the dryer and like took the trash out, did all that stuff. And I was supposed to be leaving. I might need to message my personal trainer and see if like we can push the PT session back 30 minutes because I'm not sure how long things are going to take. Because I have these packages that I'm sending out, but they also include like Polaroids and pictures. The thing is, my little printer thing that I got a few years ago doesn't work. It never really worked very well. It was always really dodgy and now it just refuses to connect or even turn on. So I left it charging the other night and that's not any better. And today I was trying to find like the little temporary one I have because normally there's this like box at Pacific Fair where you can get photos printed. And you just stand there, you get them on your phone, they're like printed out like Polaroids immediately. And it occurred to me that that was my big plan for Helensvale. If I couldn't find any photos there, I would just catch the tram to Pacific Fair, get the Polaroids printed that way, send the packages in the Gold Coast, you know, nice and easy. Except because of the time, I don't think I have that luxury anymore. I used to live on the Gold Coast. Before that, I used to have my own apartment. My own apartment underneath the penthouse right in Brisbane City, where things were easier to do and plan for things like Christmas events where you send packages and stuff. Because I had an entire dedicated camming area and photo area for backdrop setup and everything. I had these big organized cupboard thingies that I could put all my stuff in for crafting and making, and my Polaroid cameras and any charging things that are extra with it. Everything was well organized. And then I got rid of nearly everything, got rid of like 75-80% of all my stuff, and did share housing when I just had a bedroom. And then everything else fell through. Now I'm just crashing at my sister's place in the spare bedroom, and I'm pretty much living out of my suitcases and boxes, kinda. Like, I've got some clothes in the wardrobe, some stuff scattered around, but a lot of stuff still packed in boxes and some stuff still in storage. So this plan for this year's Christmas thing has been way overly ambitious because I don't really have the resource I used to have, and I don't have the space I used to have, and I don't really have the time that I used to have either, because I have to work around like allergies and other people using things a lot more than I used to in the past. So this has really been like super chaos. And then I had potential COVID last Friday, so I had to change a whole bunch of plans, including the PT session. And then Shark Week started, so I had to change plans because the first day of Shark Week I ended up being pretty unwell and crampy and things, so everything got postponed that way. So this week is like already absolute chaos, like madness chaos. But I was optimistic that I can get everything done. I'm still optimistic. I might not get everything done as well as I hoped, but I can get the basics down. So I can send off the cards and the cookies and the stuff in the packages today. And I'm going to see if Helensvale has its own little Polaroid photo print thingy. If they don't, I'm just going to message everyone and be like, I tried, and I honestly did try. Maybe I can get them done when I'm on the Gold Coast pet sitting. But otherwise, I'm just going to send them the photos I was going to print out as the Polaroids, and hopefully that's going to be okay. But I mean, there's cookies, there's the other stuff, there's all the other little goodies in there. So I'm hopeful that it's okay, and like, Polaroids aren't probably going to be that big a deal. But anyway, the dough is in the freezer. Things are late, but it is only lunchtime. It's not even 1 p.m. It's not even 1 p.m. yet, so we do have time. I do kind of wish I knew how to drive, because I'm not gonna lie, days like today, the freedom of having my own transport would have taken like more than 50% probably of the stress and the timing and the planning and things, because I could just go get the stuff I need. I didn't have to waste so much time looking for things. I could have set things off in different times, because one person's thing has to be like divided into two and stuff. And the fact that there's zero public transport where I am and there's zero post offices near I am means I have to take an Uber to the train station to catch the train to the main Westfield to do all this stuff, and that adds time. And then on the way back, I have to catch the train back and then walk 1.5 kilometers to the gym for the PT session. So like, I'm very cognizant of the fact that driving would solve so many of my issues right now. But it's not something I can change, and there's no point in dwelling on things that you can't really change at the moment. I still have limited time today, so I am just going to focus on what I can control and what is in my power, and basically just be optimistic and hope for the best. I mean, the main thing that I absolutely need to do is to finish the cookies, have them cool off, and then go to the Helensvale post office, because Helensvale's much closer than Pacific Fair. If I went to Pacific Fair, I'll get to Helensvale and then I'll catch the tram to Pacific Fair, but that tram alone takes almost an hour, and I do not have an extra 2 hours to spend on the trams just to get from Helensvale to Pacific Fair. So that is already out. That's not an option we're going to do. And we're just going to chat while I quickly do some basic makeup while the dough is in the freezer, so that I can at least look semi-presentable. And I feel like it'll also help me feel more prepared for the day and less chaotic. The mess behind me is going to also drive me nuts, but that's going to be a problem for this evening after everything else is done that is time sensitive, and once I get back. So I'm just gonna do like really basic kind of makeup because time. Plus, I only want the dough to be in the freezer for like 10 to 15 minutes before we just cut it, stick it in the oven, let it bake. While it's cooling, I will melt some chocolate and decorate everything with the chocolate on top. Maybe I'll throw in some sprinkles. I don't know yet. And then the packages themselves are all kind of all ready to go, but I have to organize the other bits. They're in different bags and boxes and things, so I can put the things together at the mailbox because they have to go in one of those padded bags. And I've got everyone's addresses and everything. That's all prepared. Those lists are all prepared. I do have some stuff prepared. Thank goodness. It's just things aren't quite going how I expected them to go today. But I am not going to let that stress me out because there's no point in letting things stress you out, because when you're stressed out, it just encourages more things to go wrong and for you to feel more overwhelmed. And when you're stressed and overwhelmed, like, you're more likely to make mistakes, and I think just even slow down because you're like just and you're not really paying attention to what you're doing, and just everything just seems worse. Like, it just makes everything worse. So we are going to be calm and treat getting ready and being a bit more presentable as sort of like a meditation to breathe and relax and focus and center and feel more grounded again, so that we can move everything forward calmly and in control without freaking out. Because really, it's not that much I need to do. I just have to get ready and then roll out the dough, which is easy. Stamp it out with the cookie cutters, which is fun. That's pleasurable, right? And then we just stick them in the oven. And when things are in the oven, I can tidy things up a little bit. I can prepare my backpack, because I'm just going to take a backpack and put everything in there. I don't care if I'm going to walk around looking like a giant school kid. It's just going to be easier. And right now, we're going for easier. Easier is good. Then really, Helensvale, I don't have to worry about too much because I'm not going to stress about going to Pacific Fair and looking for the photo things. I'm just not going to think about the Polaroids and the photos. Like, that's not happening. That's just going to add pressure that isn't necessary at the moment. And so instead, what did I want to do with my makeup? I don't even remember. I did the base. I think I'm just going to be like casual every day because I don't really want to think about it. A lot of times I do like really bright and vivid colors, but no, this is just going to be like a naturally everyday kind of look, just because today's too much already. Like, I am honestly and genuinely ready for bed right now. But we're just going to keep things simple. We're going to get to Helensvale. I'm going to find the post office. We're going to send everything else straight away. No worry about the pictures. No worry about adding anything extras. I have stickers set up. They're actually behind me too. So I've got my stickers to put all over the packages and stuff. And I just knocked all the little eyeshadow palettes out of my eyeshadow thing. What was I saying? I don't even remember. But yeah, we got the little sticker things. I'll stick it up. I'll send it. I'll get the stuff that I need to get at Helensvale. Catch the train back. And then walk to the gym. And then do my PT session. And hopefully not die, because my feet are already sore. I'm not gonna lie. My feet are already sore. And I am already genuinely quite exhausted. I only slept for like 4 hours last night. Got up at 5:30 this morning. So like, I have been running around all morning. I played with the dogs first thing in the morning. Well, not first thing. I played with the dogs first thing when they woke up in the morning, because they didn't get out of bed till almost 7 a.m. So they're first thing, but I was out of bed at like 5:30 a.m. But we already played with the dogs at least. So that's like one little thing already done. And don't have to worry about too much. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I'm just like trailing off. I think right now, because of the chaos, my brain is also just a little bit disorganized. But that's okay, because that's why we're doing the makeup and the grounding and the focusing and having it nice and calm And we did the time lapse for the baking video, so maybe I can do a little bit of a time lapse for the makeup after I find all my little things that went absolutely everywhere all over the floor. And yeah, we'll do like a little time lapse makeup-y thingamajig. Doing makeup to look human, to do the no makeup look that people claim they like, which is actually like a full face of makeup. And I'm feeling mildly like a hypocrite. Goodness, I'm so almost out. Look at like how little is left. Oh, it's like almost nothing right at that bottom. I'm almost out. I just need this to last until I can get back to the Gold Coast, because there's a Sephora at Pacific Fair and I can get the new one because that's not happening today, which I was kind of hoping it would, and obviously it's not gonna. So let's just fingers crossed that teeny weeny bit is gonna last for the next Christmas week before Christmas, so I actually have enough time to use it and still be able to get to Sephora to replace it. I also have my Christmas earrings. They're not the best. They're a little bit old and they've been living in a suitcase for like a year. I have some cute little Christmas earrings, a little Christmas tree. See? Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, pretty little Christmas trees. So I'm gonna wear these, although they kind of irritate my ears a little bit. I cleaned them, and I cleaned them in alcohol as well. So hopefully they're not gonna irritate now. Fingers crossed. But I do feel like I should have at least something Christmassy, even though it's going to be rushed and I'm not going to get as much done as I wanted. I feel like there should just be something a little bit Christmassy still with the whole season. I can't find my highlighter, so I'm just going to use eyeshadow. But I have a little bit left of like the sparkly eyeshadow, so I'm just going to use that as highlighter, and then I'll use a little bit of the gold on the Urban Decay on top, so it looks a little bit more like colorful and shiny and intentional. I mean, that works like highlighter, right? It's fine as highlighter. Just use eyeshadow. I honestly, like, sometimes I regret getting rid of so much stuff, because I honestly got rid of so much stuff. You will not believe how much stuff I got rid of. And then I will regret it for a little while because, you know, I need something. AKA this week, there's a lot of stuff I needed this week. And I regretted not being able to find them or have them within easy access. But then, like, behind me right now, where everything is chaos and I was just throwing things around looking for things and wondering why I kept that instead of other stuff, I get back into the mood of I just want to get rid of everything. Like, get rid of everything and just start over. However, while I was looking through storage, I literally found a whole box I had put off to the side that is full of costumes, like wigs and costumes, great quality wigs and costumes. And I had them off to the side so that I could use them for like streaming and things easily. A bunch of them are brand new. They're still in their plastic wrapping. Like, they're new, they're in their wrapping, they've got tags, they've never been worn. And I am genuinely thinking that I'm just going to like give them away or donate them. hopefully donate them, because if I can't find people who want to take free things, because you would be surprised at how hard it is to organize people to take free things, because if you don't deliver it to them directly, then even freebies somehow isn't worth it or good enough. Because plenty of people want the free things until you tell them that it's pickup only and they have to collect it themselves, and then suddenly there's lots of excuses for why that won't happen. So yeah, it's not even easy to get rid of stuff or when you're giving it away. I think from now on I'm never going to be all that concerned about like locking doors anymore, because apparently it's hard to even give things away these days. So nothing to stress about. Oh wait, before I take my hair out, I have my fixing spray. This smells like vanilla, and that is why I love it, because it smells like vanilla. It's vanilla and coconut, and it smells really good. As someone who doesn't like perfumes because they're too strong, I prefer like lotions and body butters and nice scented fixing sprays. Oh, maybe I should do extra since I'm going to the gym afterwards. And not because it helps me smell like a sugar cookie. But yeah, perfumes are too strong a scent for me. Like I had some really fancy perfumes and I just gave them to my friend because I bought them duty free, like properly, and they were lovely. But I had a headache after I left the duty free shop just from like trying on the stuff around there. So I never ended up using these really fancy, like I had the Miss Dior, I had J'adore. So these are Christian Dior perfumes. And I also had the Issey Miyazaki, I think it's called, which I have also thankfully as a lotion body cream because that smells amazing and I like using that. But I had like all these fancy designer luxury perfumes and I just gave them to my friend because I never opened them and I never wore them. Like I gave away a lot of stuff, literally thousands of dollars worth of things. And then days like today where you're like, well, I did regret a lot of it and I'll be thinking about stuff sometimes, but honestly, I still have too much stuff because I can't find the stuff I want to find and I make a mess while hunting for things. Anyway, we wasted way too much time. It's like 1:30 now. It was only meant to be in the freezer for 15 minutes and it has been 40 minutes now. But at least I feel a bit better. I feel a bit more prepared. Worst comes to worst, I just have to postpone PT. If she can't do it later, then I'll postpone to another day. Hopefully she's not gonna mind, but like that's gonna be worst to worst. I'm gonna get the packages out at least because that's the most important thing to do today. It's on the MIT list. Alright, and at the very least, I'm dressed and just have to finish the cookies, pack up my bag, grab an Uber and go. In fact, I might actually check the prices, see how expensive it is to catch an Uber all the way to the shopping center, and if it's not like obscenely, if it's not more than double the price, I might just get an Uber the whole way. Otherwise you have to Uber and then the train. It used to be easy when I used to just walk across the street. In Brisbane City, the post office was across the street. I literally went down the building, outside, crossed the road, and there was a post office. So easy, which is probably why I started doing things like packages. And then on the Gold Coast, it wasn't too bad because it was only a few blocks away. So you walk like 10-15 minutes and you're there. And now it's multiple forms of transport and a minimum of 1 hour trip to get to a post office. It seems insane. I'm like losing money on this. So I really hope everyone appreciates the Christmas stuff because I'm literally going to be losing significant amounts of money on it. But packages are probably coming to an end, at least until Melbourne. I don't think I'm going to be sending anything else package wise. I still have things to give away, but I think I'm going to have to make everything like just pick up only because it's so difficult to get anywhere, and my like ability to get around is restricted because it's so incredibly expensive just to Uber to so many places just to get around. But anyway, the dough has been in the freezer for longer than it should have. I need to find the cookie cutters out still because they're also packed away in a box. But I know where that box is. It's actually conveniently located in the house, so that's easy. Let's just finish the cookies and then get to Helensvale, get to the post office, try to grab the handful of other stuff that I needed to get at the shops, message the PT trainer, hope that she can postpone by at least 30 minutes. Maybe I'll catch an Uber to the gym from the train station, but sometimes the amount of time I have to wait for an Uber to get to the train station. If it's like a 10 or 15 minute Uber, it'll take that amount of time to walk there. So we'll see how long that Uber will take. And if it takes I wish we could see the time it'll take, they'll arrive, rather than like you order and you have to wait and then they accept and then you have to cancel because it's gonna take too long. Like, they should give us an approximate time for the Uber to arrive to, so we know whether we want to order them or like not. But anyway, I wasted way too much time. My feet are tired. I don't want to stand. That's one reason I'm wasting time. But anyway, I've said anyway like a million times. I'm sorry. Let's just go and finish the cookies. Look, I look human again. I didn't put any lip gloss on. I'll do my lip gloss later. But look, I look human, which I feel makes me still, again, feel like a hypocrite because I did the whole, you know, we should embrace women looking like natural women without the makeup look. But I do feel better when I have my face on, when I have my makeup on. Because I'm a redhead, I have like really pale eyebrows and like invisible body hair, which is fine on body hair because I haven't shaved my legs in forever. But it's terrible on lashes because it looks like you have no eyelashes. So I mostly use makeup just to like actually bring features back to my face, which is why it makes me feel better because now I've got eyelashes and now I've got eyebrows. I can't keep wasting time. Cookies. We need to finish the cookies. So let's go do that so we can do everything else. Woo! Pumping up. We got this. Woo! So yeah, it is pretty frozen right now. I'm gonna find the rolling pin and we're just gonna have to, fingers crossed that it's not gonna be too bad. I also have to preheat the oven, so I'm gonna preheat the oven, find the rolling pin, grab the cookie cutters, and hope that in the few minutes it takes to do those 3 little things, it's gonna defrost at least a little bit, like fingers crossed, hopefully. So the oven is preheating, the pan has the baking paper on it, we found my rolling pin. This is still absolutely solid. I'm trying to decide if I should just use regular flour on the board or if I should use gluten-free flour so I don't have to do a massive cleanup again. And now the important thing is deciding which cookie cutters to have. Like, I was thinking snowflake, but because the cookies are going to be brownish with chocolate, I kind of feel like even though it's Christmassy, it's not the best design. But I'm not entirely certain which ones to have. Maybe I'll do like gingerbread man. I'm not sure. Decisions. Which cookie cutters? Because again, I gave away a lot of stuff, and that included giving away a lot of cookie cutters. And now I'm not sure which one is best. I don't have my Christmas tree anymore. That was the one I was thinking of doing for this one. I did the little flowers before, but the flowers aren't very festive. You know how you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough because you can get salmonella because of the raw eggs in there? Well, Australian eggs, apparently the chickens get like medicated and stuff to reduce the risk of salmonella, so I think it's only best to taste the dough, right? And it tastes pretty good. So in the end, I went with the little flower shape because I'm like, I want it to be fast and cooking faster. And then right while I was stamping and taking the dough away, my personal trainer sent a text message to me asking if I would be free to reschedule until Tuesday. And honestly, thank you. Oh my God, that's gonna make things so much easier. See? meditation, taking time to breathe while doing the makeup, making things calmer. And it just worked out anyway. Now my PT is the one who suggested rescheduling, which makes things easier. So I can just finish this and then head off and not have to worry about getting back in time. All I have to worry about is making sure I get to Australia Post on time. Woo! So, whee, things are winning. I'm gonna do another load. We'll stick with these because they're smaller, they will cook faster. Maybe I'll do like one gingerbread for each person. I'm not sure yet. We're just gonna keep on doing this until I finish. We've got at least half a dough left, so I have extra cookies I can make for myself. The only downside is that means an extra Uber trip because now I have to pay to get there on Tuesday. And I'm also paying for an Uber to get to the train station on Monday so I can get to King George Square to see the Christmas stuff. It's like $50 in Ubers per day. So 3 days are getting the Ubers, and that's a minimum of $150 just to get to the train station today and then Monday and then Tuesday. Yikes. But honestly, in the end, it's gonna be worth it. Now I can finish the cookies without being stressed out. Whee! And pan 1 is ready to go into the oven. We've got like 2 more pans to go. But first one, done. And I feel like finishing the first round while we stamp some more out means I deserve some illicit cookie dough. So I'm going to prepare pan 2. So we just put them on, ready to go. I'm going to prepare my bag. Now I don't need to bring my gym stuff. Maybe I don't need to, no, I'll still prepare the bags. I've got a lot of stuff to bring with me to the post office to put into all the individual packages. So I'll still bring my bag, but at least that's easy. I don't have to worry about getting things done. Hey, I might be able to sit down and relax and maybe play more of that game that I was playing this morning where we're growing a type of green herb. Or I'll just stay here and eat leftover cookie dough. I put the rest back in the fridge. And the plus side is, whatever doesn't get baked for today, I can bake for later to enjoy next week. I should maybe stop eating raw cookie dough, but it tastes so yummy. Just one more. And now to put it all together with the hand-painted cards in festive envelopes. Prepare the cookies, prepare the extra bonus goodies, and send it all on the way. By the way, these are based on the Dreadful plushies. How cute are they? They're based on the Dreadful plushies. These are just like acrylic paint on paper, literally. And they're based on the Dreadful plushies, and I'm so happy with how they turned out because they look adorable. The rest are more like, you know, this, like a shiny. So, hand-painted, all one-of-a-kind cards in the envelope and on their way. So of all the times when my Uber was running just a little bit late and the traffic was just a little bit off and the train left a minute early rather than late like it normally is, So I missed my train, and rather than it taking an hour to get to the post office, it's now going to take me 90 minutes because the train only comes every 30 minutes. But I managed to stop by the shops, get a new Ziploc bag, and hopefully that will make it a little bit easier and I can just head straight up there and get them sent on time. Because I figured, very worst, as long as you can get into there, they're probably not gonna like refuse your service if you're in the shop. And I'm finalizing the packages and writing addresses and everything then, because I still have to buy the padded postage back. So yeah, just missed the train by literally a minute. It was there when I was walking up to the station. Of all the days for the endless bad luck, right? And we are back at the train station. At least now we know we're not going to miss the other one, and it didn't have to be a huge rush, because when I was in that Uber, that little bit of clip, that was when it was 15 minutes until the train was due, and I was so nervous while I filmed that little selfie clip in there. Missed it literally by a minute. 1 minute. Can't get over that. However, hopefully if the trains come, I stop by a Woolworths near the train station to grab one of those good quality Ziploc bags, and I'm going to set everything up while I'm on the train to Helensvale, and that way all the cookies will be in the Ziploc bag. They're going to be taped up, the stickers are going to be done. I'm going to try and have the addresses all in order, so I just have to race to the post office, grab the padded bags, throw everything in there, hopefully not mix things up, and then just like stand in line to send it, and hopefully it's going to work. Fingers crossed it's going to work. But there is a train coming. Not the right train. This is the end of the line train that's not needed. The other train I'm waiting for, I think, is still like 10 to 15 minutes away, so that's a bummer. So train! Hopefully it's not going to matter too much being super duper late, like fingers crossed. When you literally just did it in the nick of time, and they had to actually let me out of the post office because the doors were locked. So it really was like complete nick of time. Have my receipts. I remembered this time, which I'm so glad, because I didn't realize for such a long time that they actually count as tax deductions. So keeping all of them now. Woo! And yeah, managed to get it done today. I'm so glad I managed to get it done at the last minute. I paid for express post, so hopefully everyone's gonna get their cookies and their cards and their goodies in time, and they're gonna be nice and fresh, because apparently express post is meant to be like overnight, and they might even get some tomorrow depending on where they are. But one of the people is based in Tasmania, so it takes a lot longer to get anything. So fingers crossed they're gonna get it in Tasmania faster. But hey, got it done. Managed to get it done at the very last minute. I don't even know why it took so incredibly long today, but hey, we got it done, and now we can head off to Helensvale to do more of the fun stuff and the Christmassy stuff after the absolute and utter chaos craziness today. But oh my god, and the train was so crowded, and everything was gross, and I couldn't get things ready there, so I had to get it done there. But hey, we did it. That's the important thing, right? It's done. Woo! And of course I forgot my tripod, but I did find this beautiful little outdoor area. How sweet is that? It's full of like little kid stuff too. And I got an amazing deal. I was looking around and literally like there was only one food place that was still open in the food court, and that was of course McDonald's, because if any place is going to be open, it's going to be McDonald's. But then this lady at the Chinese food place like waved me over, and they had 3 last meals. So she could go home early. She gave me all 3 of the meals for only $10, which is a massive steal. One meal's $12.95 usually. So like $12.95 times 3 for 10, pretty good. One has honey chicken and fried rice, which I plan to eat now, but I had to actually, they had the register shut down, so I had to use cash for the first time in my life in years. I genuinely do not remember the last time I actually used cash. I had to go to the ATM. Thank goodness muscle memory for a PIN is the PIN, because I could not remember what my PIN card number is. But look, Australian cash. This is the change. Got the change. Australian currency is rainbow. We basically have officially monopoly money. We have like monopoly money as our real money. So this is Australian currency. This is just the $5 change note. I'm gonna have some Chinese food. I also managed to get big canvas, which is good because I needed that for a big Christmas present that I really need to start getting a move on. So yay, we finished a chaotic busy day, so I can start new chaos for the holidays. So woo! But I do have I got Coke, and I'm glad the straw is in my backpack. This is benefit of bringing your same backpack everywhere. And mostly I just want to show you like, this is what Australian money looks like. We genuinely have rainbow colored money. Like pink, purple is $5, $10 is blue, red is $20, yellow is $50, and our only green note is our $100 note. So we really do have rainbow monopoly money. And look, we still have the queen on it. I wonder how long until it gets replaced with the king. But I'm gonna have some Chinese noodles. They were happy to give me the discount because by me taking it now, they got to go home. So they was all happy going, yay, if you have it, they get to pack up, go home. They're just going home. So they were waiting to sell the last 3, sold them all to me, luckily, so they could go home. So I kind of did a good deed and scored a good deal. These are so hot still, so fresh and hot and fresh. And I'm gonna eat the fried rice with the honey chicken because I love honey chicken, and take the other 2 home. One has beef, so I'm just gonna get that to my sisters. I'm not the biggest fan of beef unless it's in like lasagna or something. But yeah, and this is like the park area just outside the food court. There's a little community herb garden too. It's super cute and sweet. It is dinner time. It just doesn't look like dinner time because Queensland, summer, woo! I'm gonna eat because this looks and smells absolutely delicious. And now I've got food for tomorrow or weekend. And so it turns out after awkwardly holding it, and it was probably all shaky, I did actually have my tripod. It was just the bottom of my backpack and I didn't notice. This lighting is not the best. I apologize, but I didn't bring lighting for sure. And that's not something I can really control. There is an absolutely beautiful bird that just flew over, and I kind of want to show you, but I feel like it's gonna fly away. But I'm gonna try because it's super pretty. Miss the pretty bird. Hopefully it's gonna come back later. There's a couple of them floating around, so hopefully once food is out, they will come up too. And look, I've got yummies, and I'm so looking forward to this because my feet are aching. I am so tired. On the plus side, I have my fitness rings all done up for sure because they have to be done. Let's check them out. Almost done. Oh my gosh, this is not done. Almost done. And I didn't even have to work out. That's just from, you know, general life and trying to get everything done today. So, Classic. Now, for the good part, the food. I'm so hungry. I haven't really eaten since breakfast, which was at like 6 a.m. And I was busy all day. So yeah, super hungry. The bird is back. And I scared it away straight away. But there's 3. See what I mean? It's got a really pretty blue face, but I don't think I could catch it very well because I need to have like a real camera for that and not just be filming on my phone. But food time. Definitely been looking forward to this. Now, I'm not really a fan of bacon or ham, and that's in the fried rice, which is a little bit of a bummer, but I am a big fan of peas and fried rice. Yay. And I'm a huge fan of this honey chicken. Oh my god. These are always so good. I don't think I've ever had bad honey chicken. So good. The birdies definitely want to have some too. I am gonna be. Oh, there's something else in here. There's like, I think it's prawn toast. When you get a secret, hidden, unexpected surprise. And it's yummy, hidden, secret surprise. But, woo! Sesame seeds. Wow. And honey chicken. There's people walking by and I'm just pretending to not notice them, even though the dad of the two girls was like just staring at me looking confused. I don't know what the white crunchy stuff is, but I love them. I can like feel all the vitality just coming back into me now, which is good because it took me over 90 minutes to get here. 90, 9 and a 0. So it's probably gonna take about that long for me to get back. I'm not particularly looking forward to that bit. So having something that produces a vitality before an hour and a half trip back with a massive ass canvas is definitely going to be a plus. Anyway, I'm going to eat my food, chill out, enjoy the Christmas music and the ambience, and then make a trip back and hopefully not pass out of sleep because I'm very, very tired until I get all the way back. But thank you for spending the day with me. It has been lovely. It has been busy. It has been absolute pure chaos. So chaotic, but we had fun, right? And that's the most important thing. It may have been chaos. It may have been just crazy, but we had a fun day despite everything going wrong today. And a lot went wrong today, but most important thing got done. So the big thing, the packages are done. The packages are out. I even got them express posters so they can get to the people quickly and they can enjoy fresh cookies, maybe even tomorrow. And yeah, I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna travel back, and I'm gonna pass out tonight. Bye. You saw Australia money, and now you get to hear sounds of Australia too. So the sounds of Australia, rainbow lorikeets all in the trees, letting everyone know about it. They can be super, super loud, but they're rainbow parrots that are native to Australia, and they are absolutely gorgeous. And it's only slowly, as I walk back to the train station carrying way too many stuff, that I realized actually probably deterred, like not deterred, I probably lost a lot of time just because I was vlogging, and maybe I shouldn't vlog on days where I actually have quite a lot of stuff to do and super strict deadlines to follow that I'm already behind on. So yeah, that's probably on me. Oops. But hey, it's a beautiful, beautiful evening. Look at that sky. Isn't that a glorious sky? Beautiful day, beautiful evening. And I'm going back to the train to start the long, long journey back. And hopefully that dark grey over there, it's not going to turn into rain. Fingers crossed, because it's been too long of a day to get stuck in the rain.